The word for 2025 is consecrate. A lot of us put limits on God's ability to mold us to what we should be and how we should be. We kind of separate ourselves from God and don't give our full self to Him. So this is kind of like a run-on of what I was talking about yesterday in regards to consecration and what I'm just going through in this season and how I need to consecrate my platform in order to honor God, because it's not mine at the end of the day. We all need to consecrate ourselves and devote full focus on God to reach our full potential. A lot of people don't understand that if you don't have God in the mix, you're not who you're supposed to be. I heard this saying that if you go outside of God's will to get something, you have to stay outside of His will to maintain it. A lot of us are so lost because God calls us to be something different that we have never seen. It's scary when you don't see the blueprint, but you have to realize that you are the original. You're not called to walk in everyone's footsteps. You're not called to stay on the regular wheel. A lot of people have to reinvent the wheel because they are not original. They have to follow everybody's footsteps. But maybe you're called to be something different. A lot of us are having this tugging in our spirit to do something or to be something different, but we don't know where to start. So once you completely consecrate yourself to the Lord, you will know there are certain seasons where you don't move until He says move, like me in December, or where you're holding up the prayer line because your obedience called you to move and you're still standing still. Because my obedience, I said I was going to be obedient last year. That was my word for last year, was obedience. And I was being too obedient because I was supposed to move in December and I didn't. Now that move could be anything. That could be a shift in relationship. It could be a shift in jobs. It could be a shift in habits. It could be a shift in friends. I was supposed to move and I didn't. And that's my fault. I'm holding up the prayer line because I'm like, God, I need an answer. I need an answer. But He told me, wait until December. After December, you can do whatever. You know what you're supposed to be doing. And I knew what I was supposed to be doing. But I just wanted that extra confirmation from Him. Set yourself apart for the Lord so He can guide you on the right path. I know it's hard to figure out what path to take because you're always scared to get outside of that light. And that's how I feel. I'm always scared to get out of God's will. But it's very hard for you to go outside of God's will if you're constantly seeking the Lord. And I'll close this out with Exodus 30, verse 29. Consecrate them to make them absolutely holy. After this, whatever touches them will also become holy. And everything that is holy is great. So everything that you're working on, consecrate it to the Lord. And I promise you, He'll do wonders. Bye, y'all.